Welcome to the Movie Recaps King. Today, we'll look at the adventure thriller film Anacondas, The Hunt for the Blood Orchid. If you haven't seen the movie yet, watch this video at your own risk. A group of researchers gathered at a pharmaceutical firm in New York City to discuss new types of medication. Jack Byron introduces a rare flash flower called Pernia immortalis, also known as the blood orchid, that they believe can help people live longer lives. The flower can only be found in a Borneo jungle and blooms only once every 7 years for 6 months. The researchers realized that this could be the most significant medical breakthrough in history, because the orchid will only be in bloom for 2 weeks longer. The team decides to travel to Borneo to collect samples. Borneo welcomes Jack, Gordon, Sam, Gail, Cole, and Ben. Despite the fact that it is raining, they decide to continue their journey in search of a boat to take them up the river. They go to a nearby bar to meet with a man named Jin. He soon reveals himself to be an American named Bill Johnson, who demands $50,000 to transport them upriver. The team has no other choice during the rainy season, so they agree the boat is in poor condition. They continue their journey deep into the jungle. Despite this, Dale believes she was attacked by an animal while they were traveling, and we discover that it is simply Bill's monkey, Calm. That night, during dinner, Calm tries to reach for some fruit on a tree, but fails to jump back into the boat. A creature pursues the monkey, and Calm tries to flee. We can see that it is a massive anaconda. Bill is unable to locate Calm the following morning. Gil falls out of the boat while trying to get reception on her satellite phone. Everyone laughs as they try to persuade her to swim back to the boat. A crocodile then attacks her, but Bill leaps into the water to save her. While Bill fights the creature, Gil swims back to the boat. He saves himself by repeatedly stabbing the crocodile. Calm jumps into the boat, screaming in terror. As the heavy rain continues, Bill warns Jack that continuing on the same path is dangerous. Jack does not want to waste any more time, so he agrees to pay the captain an additional fee to take the same route. The following day, Bill's colleague Wu notices that the river is flooded and that they can't see the banks. The boat's rudders become jammed, and Bill attempts to repair them with no success. When the current becomes too strong, they miss their turnoff and are dragged towards a waterfall. The boat goes over the waterfall and sinks as the team holds on tight. In dismay, everyone swims over to the rocks. When they begin to panic, Bill tells them about Livingston, a friend who owns a boat nearby, but they must travel through the jungle to reach him. When they arrive at a large swamp, they decide to walk through it to save time. Calm attempts to warn them of a large anaconda passing by, but their cries are ignored. Sam and Cole notice something in the water but continue to move. Ben vanishes, and a massive anaconda emerges from the water and swallows him whole. However, the rest of the team manages to flee the swamp. Bill assures them that anacondas are territorial, that there will be no other for miles, and that it will take weeks for it to become hungry again. Gail requests that the expedition be canceled, but Jack and Gordon are dead set on finding that flower because it will make them millionaires. Cole panics later when he notices something on his neck. We can see several massive leeches feeding on him. Wu notices a highly venomous spider that has the potential to paralyze a person. Jack captures the spider and places it in a container, excited to return it to their lab. Meanwhile, on his boat, a large anaconda attacks Livingston. The team discovers Livingston's body and his boat wrecked. They sift through the wreckage and find a few useful items. Later, they discover Livingston's body, and Bill informs them that it may be mating season and that they should expect more anacondas. When they arrive in a native village, they find it in ruins. They discover a disemboweled anaconda with human legs protruding from its abdomen. They notice that this anaconda is significantly larger than the last one they saw. They decide to build a raft later that night. The team realizes, using supplies found in the village, that the snakes are unusually large in size because their lives have been extended by the blood orchids, which are part of the food chain. Jack advises them to continue because they must be close to the orchids. Though the others argue that they should leave right away, Gordon suggests that they leave now and return in 7 years, but Jack is eager to see that flower. He attempts to assert authority over the others, but they oppose him. Gordon finds Livingston's radio and gun in Jack's bag and realizes they could have called for help much sooner. Jack is unable to persuade him to continue the expedition, so he unleashes the venomous spider on Gordon. Gordon screams in agony as it bites him. He tries to scream for help, but his body quickly paralyzes. Sam is suspicious of Jack's behavior as he joins the others on the raft. She discovers Gordon paralyzed and notices the spider bite. Gordon tries to warn her as an anaconda appears above the beams, but he is unable to speak. The anaconda drops from the beams and swallows Gordon alive just as Sam runs out. The others rush to his aid, but it is too late. Bill sets fire to the building in the hopes of killing the anaconda. When they return to their raft, they notice that Jack has stolen the raft in order to pursue the flower. They hack through the jungle to beat Jack to the orchids and retrieve their raft, as they don't have enough material to make another raft. On the way, they attempt to elude an anaconda and fall into a water-filled cave. Cole gets lost and panics after finding a skeleton. He then runs into Wu, and as they try to return to the others, Wu gets pulled under the water. Cole tries to track him down, but an anaconda attacks and devours Wu. Bill tries to find them, but also notices Wu's lost flashlight floating with his blood surrounding it. Sam, Gale, and Bill notice an exit from the cave and crawl towards it. Cole appears, terrified, and joins them, but the anaconda pursues him. Cole becomes trapped after the others have exited the cave. The snake appears just as they are about to pull him out, and Sam beheads it with a machete. However, another snake kidnaps Cole. Soon after, the team follows him and discovers him constricted but still alive. Bill slashes the snake through the head with his knife, killing it and releasing Cole. Jack eventually finds the blood orchids, but the others track him down and try to reach the raft before he does. But then Jack appears and shoots Bill in the arm, compelling the rest of the party to accompany him to the orchids. They notice the flowers dangling precariously above a pit where a swarm of male anacondas is mating with the queen. He makes Sam cross the pit on a thin log in order to fill a backpack with orchids. The log cracks as she returns with the flowers, and Jack orders her to throw him the backpack. However, Sam threatens to throw the flowers into the pit unless he drops the gun. She has no choice but to throw the bag to Jack. Bill and Jack squabble, and Jack drops the bag. He notices the backpack and goes to get it while they are fighting. The spider he used to paralyze Gordon escapes from its jar and bites him just then. As his body begins to paralyze, he drops the flowers and falls into the pit, where the anacondas devour him. It snaps, and she falls halfway down the pit, clinging to her leg. The vine that is holding her down snaps, and she falls into the pit. She escapes just as one of the anacondas tries to grab her feet. Gale tricks the female anaconda into biting their fuel container bill and tries to shoot the snake, but the gun is empty. Cole shoots it with a flare, triggering a chain reaction that sets fire to the anaconda and kills the other snakes while also destroying the blood orchids. Bill, Sam, Cole, Gale, and Kong, the survivors, make it back to the raft and drift away. That's where this movie ends. I don't like snakes, and I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight. I hope I don't dream of snakes. If you thought this video was fun to watch in any way, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel so that you don't miss any of our other amazing movie recaps. We appreciate you watching. Have a good day.